two sisters married, escaped the family home and built lives of their own. Princess Victoria of Wales stayed behind, and by the time she was finally free, she was 57 years old. Born in 1868, Victoria was the second daughter of the future Edward VII and Queen Alexandra. Known as Toria within the family, she was intelligent, funny, and lively. There was no obvious reason she should remain unmarried. Her older sister Louise married the Duke of Fife. Her younger sister Maud married Prince Carl of Denmark and eventually became Queen of Norway. But Victoria, she stayed with Mama. There were potential husbands. Her cousin Crown Prince Nicholas of Greece was reportedly interested in her, and another frequently mentioned possibility was Prime Minister Lord Rosebery after he became a widower. Nothing came of either, and looming over Victoria's romantic future was her mother. Alexandra adored her children, but she could also be intensely possessive. Biographers have described her dependence on Victoria's companionship and her reluctance to see her remaining daughter marry and leave. Victoria gradually became less a princess waiting to establish her own household and more her mother's permanent companion. She traveled with Alexandra, helped with correspondence, accompanied her publicly, and increasingly organized her life. Then Edward VII died in 1910. Alexandra's world became smaller, and Victoria became even more important to her. As Alexandra grew elderly, almost completely deaf and increasingly frail, Victoria remained beside her at Sandringham. Her siblings had spouses, children, and households. Victoria had her mother, and the years kept passing. By the 1920s, she was watching Alexandra's memory deteriorate as well. Then, on the 20th of November, 1925, Queen Alexandra died. Victoria was 57. For the first time in decades, the daughter who had spent her adult life revolving around her mother was suddenly free. And something fascinating happened. Victoria began enjoying greater independence. She established herself at Coppins, her home in Buckinghamshire, became particularly close to her brother George V, and developed a quieter life that finally belonged more completely to her. She never married. She never had children. When Victoria died in 1935, aged 67, George V was devastated. He himself would die only weeks later. It's impossible to know whether Victoria genuinely preferred remaining unmarried, or how different her life might have been had Alexandra encouraged